Hello and welcome back to Of the Devil. We are now about to enter episode 1 after a fantastic episode 0. We left off with proving our client innocent. We already knew he was innocent beforehand because our dear defense attorney is a bit more of a defense attorney. So, yeah, I am very excited to see how this goes. I've been blind to this whole game, so yeah. I think we just gotta start. We just gotta start and see where this goes. Fuck, which one do I? Top one? I haven't played in a bit because I've had a bit of a overwhelming weekend. What are these? We didn't go through the bonus scenarios. You know what? Do a little bit of these and then start episode 1. See what these are. London's. Yeah. And play. Want to interview me? It's very flattering, but aren't there more lively folk around here for you to question? I considered that. So I'm not your first choice. You're the first one who hasn't walked away. But think about it, I should probably... So what are your 3 sizes? Have you been opening with that? Should I not? Do you have any pets? Afraid not. We need one or 2. Or 3 promotions, so forth, that kind of thing. Are pets so expensive? Only if you care about them. Maybe if I found a place closer to the park. Have you ever owned any automated dependents? Not had the chance. Would you own one if you could? Maybe one of the little vacuum ones. Anything more complicated than that is... If you find the owner manuals intimidating, there are video-based tutorials I could show you. I'm not worried about the ease of use, don't worry. When I say complicated, I mean... It's like what I said about pets. Why leave a goldfish in a tiny bowl? The time it takes to swim half a lap, I'll have forgotten what the first half looks like. Not a very tall hierarchy of needs there, easy to please. But a cat? A dog? I don't want to be at work thinking about how bored they are sitting at home. In today's ads are a lot smarter than dogs about most things. It's a very thoughtful perspective, Detective London. It's a moot point, anyway. I need to get hit by a city bus to afford any of the new stuff Noble's selling. Oh, you're thinking of the sheltered generation. Sheltered as in... sheltered upbringing? Or sheltered in place. There was a lot of unnecessary uncertainty during their childhood. So when they grew up, they wanted security, safety, stability. Wanted to know that their heat would stay on in the winter. And their politics reflected that. That was all before my time. My generation's a little more, well, Generation Zen. That's what they call us in their think pieces. Even-tempered, mentally strong, and more than a little cynical. You disagree? It wasn't a matter of mindfulness. We just grew up without false expectations. My vision was clouded with illusions about impossibilities like home ownership or retirement. Realized early on that we'd be working right up until we died. Detective. Unrealistic expectation. Some people call that hope. See your friends, your classmates drowning every day in that kind of mire. Then have to listen to people 3 times your age go on about how enlightened today's youth are. Gen Zen. It's not a name I'm particularly fond of. So, how long have you been in law enforcement? Too long. How long have you been with the homicide department? Not that long by comparison. Sorry, don't mean to be overly vague. If you really want to know, I spent the bulk of my career over in arson. Was it different from homicide? Flashier, I'd say. Everyone jokes that homicide solves themselves in a city with this many cameras. Meanwhile, fraud and disinfo are so entrenched and tech arm races, they barely come up rare. But arson really hasn't changed much in the modern. Fire's still very good at destroying evidence. You can't expect a drone net to sweep into bird rubble and bring you back out the culprit's fingerprints and driver's license. It's a lot of legwork, a lot of interviewing. And since more than half the culprits we caught were burners helping Megs commit insurance fraud. We spent a lot of time making friends and enemies in high-rise corporate boardrooms. Megs? Just slang for mega corporations, which is also just slang. What size does a corporation become mega? It's not really about gross revenue or how many countries you operate in. If you're big enough to crush people, you're a meg. An apex predator among apex predators. Like the Otodus megalodon of the Miocene epoch. Okay, is that where they come from? Where it comes from? So, why are you working in the homicide department? What's that? Why'd you leave arson? Smoke. The smoke. Just got to a point where I couldn't stand the smell. Okay, that's the information of London. Okay, a little bit on Rays. Hold on. So I could buy a cheesecake really fast. Yeah, you could start now that my desk censored. So, for the record, your full name is Vera Reyes. And how is that pronounced? Like how I just said it? Vera... Oh, it's Reyes, okay. Vera Reyes. Thank you, your birthday is October 19th. And how do you take your coffee? Makes you fetch the coffee? Figures. Wait, let me guess. Counselor Morgan takes her coffee black, no decaf, like a real psychopath. Decaf, yes, sometimes with milk. Nice, that's even worse. And you, detective? With 2 sugars and a bottle of water. Now that I've got this. You mean your eye? Did you have it modded? After I learned I was getting promoted to detective, before I realized I was getting promoted to homicide. Do you regret it? No. Would have wanted it for work eventually. It takes me a while longer to pay off than I expected. Well, I'm hardly the only person my age walking around with their depths socketed onto them. I see. What are your likes? My likes? Pretty broad ask, don't you think? In that case, perhaps you'd find it easier to describe your dislikes. Small plates. Oh. I hate that dinner by 1,000 cuts shit. I see. I just like cheap people. And liars. And lawyers. Lawyers? They're smug, prideful, they bill by the minute greed. They bill by the minute greed personified. Like their time is so goddamn important. And they're annoying. And pale. I feel like this is very targeted. It's smug. Should I put down smug twice? So, what do you like, detective? You have hobbies, areas of interest? Well, automotive history, maybe. Oh, could you say more about that? I guess I could talk about it a little bit. The following section has been altered from its original format. It has been edited for time. Backwood, which was supposed to be a luxury version of pickup trucks, as if there's a market for that. It's so stupid, I love it, and... Okay. The chrome, a purplish, bluish, chromish color. The copyright was so intense that just mixing the paint was illegal for it. Actually, aspirated. Can you imagine? She's a car junkie. She's got car autism. I see. see. Do you own a car yourself? Just gonna say no. You're joking, right? I'd rather eat asphalt than buy an EV with my hard-earned money. The following section has also been altered. It's been edited for. Fine. Strong language. 4 rotors and a computer chip. It's not engineering, it's barely even programming in. As if acceleration was all that mattered, and he raced longer than 2 seconds at simulate engine noise. Who in their right mind? Wonder what that word is. What does that mean? I believe that fills out your dislike section, so what's your favorite drink? Dark and Stormy is pretty good. How do you make that? Ginger beer, rum, a lot of lime juice. You putting together a recipe book or something? Who is your hero? Well, that one's easy. Detective Qasim London, of course. Oh. Should I relay your sentiment to him? I'm sure he'd love to hear them. Somehow doubt that you get the tone right. Very well, in that case. What are your 3 sizes? What? Measurements of your bust, waist, and... I'm not telling you that. Where the hell are you getting these questions from? I designed my interview process to exact all the same kind of facts that are most commonly listed online. On what websites? As in dating profiles? Open source, collaborative, community-focused databases? You mean like a wiki? Would you prefer to skip this question? Tell you what. If you can find a single person who does answer that question, I'll give you mine down to the millimeter. Vera Reyes. Complete. That's some little info about Reyes. She has very strong opinion about cars, it seems. Alright, Carlos. That was our suspect. That was our client, I mean. Glad I decided to do these. There's a lot of little extra info. Carlos Flats. So this is like an offboarding thing. An episode interview? Yes, it is like that. Oh. Well, that's sweet of Morgan, still worrying about me. How'd she know I'd be here? She didn't. Why are you here? Oh, hoping to get back some of my stuff the police collected as evidence. Don't tell Morgan that, by the way. Is there something embarrassing among what they seized? No, it's just, I'm guessing as my lawyer. She's still my lawyer? Well, as a lawyer, she'd probably know the exact right form to get the stuff back, but it's okay, I want to do this myself. Why is that? Conquering my fears, maybe. Last time I came here, I was dragged in, strong-armed. Everything was going so fast, I barely spoke. Didn't stand up for myself. I had been able to stop and think things through clearly. Well, I could never have done what Morgan did. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten myself dug so deep. Must have been very upsetting being accused of something so terrible. I'm sure you reacted just as well as anyone could be expected to. Thanks. I think. Barb? No, it's not back yet. At this point, I might be better off getting an upgrade rather than waiting for my current model to get fixed. Is that allowed? Yeah, it is. Can't downgrade, can't trade in, can't opt out. But Hindi will let me upgrade anytime. You ever regret it? Getting modded? Sometimes. But I have a lot of regrets. Compared to some of them, buyer's remorses. How do you deal with your buyer's remorse? Lately I've been lying face down on the floor and exhaling. Just for 30 seconds. I count to 30. And you feel better afterwards? Yeah. I mean, I've seen the protests, but I've never... There's a lot of pains being a modder. Makes sense that people would have loud opinions, want them heard. Well, I made a choice. I'll sign the papers. I guess that's just it, huh? All of us made the choice ourselves. I got modded to help my career. I didn't need to get modded just in order to have one. a lot of people did and do. There was this guy who worked with us for 1/4. Probably a vet, but probably didn't want to talk about it, so none of us asked. Good coworker, very gung-ho, cheery, in a muscle head kind of way. It's a physical job, so there's no slouches, but he wasn't just fit, he was cut. Handsome. So when he kept showing up to work with more and more mod, all of them cosmetic, I didn't get it. What's he missing? What's a guy like that want to change about himself? Got offered full-time at the end of the contract. Said he needed something that paid better. Turns out he'd blown every paycheck at elective surgeons. A pal of mine in HR said he'd given his insurance info to 6 different clinics in the span of 4 weeks. Word is, he wasn't even using the pain pills. Sold to some of the drivers for extra cash. That's the worst I've ever seen it. Grafting, runaway, or syphilia, or whatever they're calling it now. But it's not the only time I've seen it. It's not like there's no incentive for it. There are plenty of MIGs out there that see people hurting like that and think, there's an ideal worker. So you work for Morgan and you're... Wow. Lawyers must make more money than I realized. Wait, are you here to give me the bill? How much do I owe? You don't owe her anything. Her services were paid for by the state. And I happen to be forbidden from handling any kind of fine... Oh, sorry, this is, unknown. I feel like I know who this could be. I happen to be forbidden from handling any kind of financials due to an ongoing dispute about what constitutes essential office supplies. I hear ya, Diane was always the money-smart one. Pretty strict, actually. Unless she saw a fidget tubby on the shelf. You could see her eyes light up, hear her huffing like she just won the lottery. They're ugly cute, babe. And I would say, well, you're cute, babe. Believe it or not, you thought I was pretty suave. A little sad end, him talking about Diane like that. We'll do Morgan's interview, and then we'll start the chapter. You're gonna interview me. Here. You did say I need to practice asking better questions. But right now? Because you said the police would be making us wait so they feel more important for the next 20 minutes. Is there some more productive way we could spend that time? I was planning on napping. For 20 minutes. In the lobby of a police precinct. I can fall asleep anywhere. It's one of my many hidden talents. You're gonna write all this down. Do you start with your name for the record? Morgan. And your first name? You should know by now that no one calls me by my first name. That's something you have control over. I wouldn't want to be forced this. I wouldn't want to force the issue. How long has that been the case? As long as I care to remember. Then what did your parents call you? The tumor. That was a joke. Oh. Maybe we should have started you off with someone a little more your speed. You're better to start with than you. Someone who likes talking about themselves. You talk about yourself as much as anyone else does. Or more. I tell people things about myself. It's different. Because you're lying? Now you're getting it. It's not very polite to lie. On the contrary, telling the truth is usually rude. I'm not sure that your clients would appreciate that sentiment. We're not talking about my clients, we're talking about manners. We were supposed to be talking about you. Look, the sooner you leave this, the better. When people ask how you are or what you've been up to, they're not looking for anything nearly as so heavy as the truth. They're just following the template and the polite thing to do. So prefer you to follow the template as well. Here, let's practice. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Way too late. The whole point is to be on autopilot. Now you force them to grab the wheel, check their mirrors, and no one's ever grateful for the extra workload. I'm very cynical about these kind of things at times. I'm just trying to teach. I'm just trying to tell you that people are fundamentally lazy. So if you want to be a social butterfly like me, try not to make them work too hard. Fundamentally lazy? Do you think people are fundamentally good too? Obviously. If they weren't, they wouldn't be so easy to trick. So are you planning on answering any of my questions about yourself? I've still got time to kill. Fire away. Will you be honest? I wouldn't want to be rude. When is your birthday? Wait, you're not trying to guess my passwords, are you? Wait, you're not trying to guess my passwords, are you? I would never commit identity fraud. The worst way of going about it, actually. December 26th. The 26th? That's almost Christmas. But almost Christmas means, oh my god, oh my god! It's the fucking Ace of oh my god! Almost Christmas means it's not Christmas. Does it mean it's Christmas? I can't believe that. That's awesome. I'm so glad I went through this. Reminder that after we play through this, we gotta play the second Ace Attorney game. It's on the list. There might be a game before it, but I can't believe they fucking put the "it's not Christmas" reference in here. Your insights are always so original. Did you receive your presents on your birthday or on Christmas? What do you mean? Did you not celebrate Christmas in your family? We did. So did your parents give you presents on the 25th or the 26th? Well, I got Christmas presents on Christmas, and I got birthday presents on my birthday. Obviously. Are all your questions going to be this strange? What's your favorite color? Are all your questions going to be this juvenile? If you prefer something weightier, do you volunteer? No. Do you donate? Yes. What causes do you donate towards? Endangered wildlife. What's with the face? It's on auto renewal, I just haven't canceled it yet. You've mentioned a mentor figure before. No way I ever called her a mentor. A busybody, maybe. World record holder for viable hours spent under the influence, perhaps? Or just, you know, a cougar from hell. If she had rubbed off on me in any way, I'd have hives. I see. Is she a smoker? Leslie, do you know your 3 sizes? I do. Did you tell me? That's private. You value privacy very highly, don't you? More like everyone else doesn't value it enough. Water's rising, the world's getting smaller, literally less real estate to go around. Everything's connected to everything else. These days, just wanting some time or space to yourself is considered selfish. Immerse. Only the guilty have something to hide. We don't like that phrase. Laws like the Mob Act have made it so anonymity and privacy are luxuries. Privileges reserved for the privileged. And if anyone below that tax bracket tries to claw away a little bit of it for themselves, well, it can only be because they're guilty, right? Is that why you became a criminal defense attorney? To defend people's innocence? That's private. Why is she a defense attorney? Alright. Oh wait, I clicked London's. Shit. Okay. Okay, so we did those interviews. Oh wait, does it? Oh fuck, why does it put me here? Okay. Alright, there we go. Awesome gallery. I do like her a lot. Oh, those are very similar framings. She's so cute, though. Look, she might be my favorite. I'm guessing, this is my guess of who was talking during those interviews. Whoever this is. They did give off Android vibes. It does say Android down here. And for some Morgan's colors. Oh, that would make sense. Heart fake killer. That's good. Alright. Alright, let's start episode 1. We'll play this one for a bit. What? You can choose to play episode 1 in high roller mode. In high roller mode, you're limited to 1 save slot, and you won't be able to reload your saves while inside the courtroom. Quick save and auto saves will be disabled as well, so remember to save regularly. The minimum ante for hands will be increased. The minimum and maximum penalties for answering incorrectly during the trial gameplay will be increased. The maximum ante will be increased as well, allowing you to earn the largest possible high score for credits in this episode. Playing this episode in high roller mode would also unlock an exclusive bone charm that can't be earned any other way. You could turn high roller mode off at any time in settings, but in order to turn it back on, you would have to restart this episode. This episode contains time-sensitive choices. You can double their duration or disable them entirely in the settings menu. What? This episode contains testimony segments. Affectable words or clauses will become red when you refer to call on them. This additional hinting can be disabled in the settings menu. You can adjust either of these features at any point without affecting your high roller status. High roller mode is intended to encourage high-risk taking, discourage safe scumming. Fuck. Consider enabling if you want to pursue this mystery like a true gambler. Saves and loads are exceptionally light for the perfectionists. Limited to 1 save slot. Loading prior saves is disabled during trials. We're gonna play through this standard. Just so we can get the feel for it. I may on my own time play high roller mode, but we're just gonna perfectly go through everything. Alright, that's really funny though. I'm gonna do standard. I do want to casually enjoy the mystery. Enable tutorials, you can turn them back on in the settings. Enable tutorials? What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, this is my first time playing through. I think on a second playthrough we could try high roller, but that won't be here. Alright. So I want to thank you for coming over. Figures you'd notice. Anyone could tell something's bothering you. You're the first person to say anything. What happened? The police came to see me. Public? No, they wanted to be considerate of my privacy. That's first. They wanted to talk to me about the other week. About my whereabouts and yours. I told them I didn't know anything. They must have loved that. Funny. What would you have done? In your shoes? Probably cursed them out. Yeah. See that? Is there anything you want to ask me? No. Not even for a favor in return? A favor is lost between friends, I'd say. Sounds like a toast. Why not? Friends. I'll raise a glass to that. Awesome. Vandalism detected. Incident logged. Recorded at 8:55 AM local time. Geopositional data encoded. could have all citizens in the area. Fuck off, copper. Visually impaired facial recognition compromised. Nearby opt-ins for evading evidence. Hey, he's lighting up every phone on the block. We need to go, now or... Wait, he'll use his outdoor voice? Oh, sorry. Or what, he'll use his outdoor voice? He'll have us pinned down to our dental records where he could say, we're Morning, Officer Leo. You look different today. Oh, that's his name. But I finished my cheesecake. His name's Leo. There's something new with your uniform. Good morning to you, too, Morgan citizen. To answer your question, no, I have not undergone any recent retrofitting. If you'd like a more detailed record of my maintenance history, you can make a request for... I've got it. This will be the new code of pay. Referring to the act of vandalism that just took place. Only the most recent one. Super Cop over here has a new dent every time I see him. Scars honorably earned in the line of duty, scanning streets for jaywalkers and lawyers. Don't worry, ma'am. A report has been filed, and the police are working to resolve the situation. Civil disobedience at this time of day? What's the world coming to? They're just stragglers, ma'am. There was a period of unrest in the area last night. Unlicensed protesting and demonstrating without a permit. Well, I hope you threw the book at them. The disturbance was handled with the individual instances of volatility. Fuck. I'm so bad at speaking. I'm so sorry, guys. It may occur during the next 48 hours as we work to apprehend outside actors. Volatility. Thanks for the forecast. So, does the bleeding stop on its own or on its own? Androids don't have blood, ma'am. This is just a leakage of oxidizing fluid. My mistake. So you don't need a bandage, I take it? Leakage will dry shortly. That conversation thoroughly exhausted, I let my mind wander as I wait for the signal to cross. Then focus my eyes and dull my hearing, thinking beneath the hum of the city street. Fading through the live, bustling around me like so much sea foam. Across the way, a large man with worn hand, ill-fitting belt turned to a gorilla-like hulk of a machine and cuffs his hands in front of his mouth. Yo, 61! The machine halts its lifting with uncanny precision and turns. We're going on break! The robot tilts its head to the side. You can't work the piler without swim up on the roof, so... I don't know, take a load off, will ya? Understood, came the over... Eunice... Sated... Uh-oh. The man already walking away tosses a dismissive wave behind him. Yeah, understood. A moment after the man turns the corner, the robot attempts to mimic the hand wave to no one in particular. Goddamn coppers on every street corner. A bus stop, or what used to be a bus stop, now a charging station. A passionate young man voices his democratic opinion loud enough for the whole street to hear. They declare martial law when I wasn't looking. A small woman beside him trying hard to appear even smaller ships in her feet. Well, they're just doing their job, so... Bots don't have jobs, except the ones they stole from us. Notice how they don't patrol nearly so heavy in Uptown, even on the worst days? The audience, captive by virtue of sharing the same charging pool as him, shuffles, coughs, and stares even harder at their phones. No one looks at her knees and pulls at her shirt. Kind of embarrassing me right now. He makes a vague gesture with his hand to indicate he's stepped off his soapbox. The shoulders of everyone around him relax a centimeter. Oh, now that's just... A woman with exhaustion in her eyes sigh at a hologram floating above her chrome-plated palm. while a round, smooth-looking android pushes a carriage behind her. Oh, and walk her around the block. Get her some air, would you? Apparently this call can't wait, and it's louder than a garbage disposal out here. Of course, ma'am. I'd be glad to. The android punctuates its sentence with a sound halfway between a whir and a purr, which, judging by the coos and giggles coming from the child, seems to have been well received. Robots, holograms, androids, drones, coppers if you prefer. Can't so much as sneeze in the city without a dozen different ads offering you a handkerchief. There's a vocal minority that think they're the downfall of civilization, but for everyone else, you're too kind, ma'am. Thank you for your concern. It's hard to hate them when they're so eager to please. Crosswalk's giving me the okay. Keep us safe, yeah? Have a good day, Morgan, citizen. A bright, crisp morning in the city. Lights changing and people moving in click-clacking harmony, all smooth as clockwork. Were I in a worse mood, it would be all be a bit much. But I went out last night. Fuck, that scared me. But so I'm feeling pretty refreshed up this morning. Does that imply that last night was when she fucking killed someone?
I went out last night, you know, girl things.
So I reached the other end of the street, I pivoted lightly and gave Automated Dependent Assistant Officer L30 my best impression of a salute. Thank you for your service. And of course he creaks out a mirrored response. No sense of sarcasm, we're bastards. Why did come all this way downtown to poke fun at the only happily employed class in human race? No, I came down here to make an important purchase. Today, I'm gonna buy a gun. It's just girl things. Of the Devil, Episode 1. An Idle Mind. Let's go gun shopping! No stuff around? All the lights are on. Should I have knocked? Up. Desk personality setting 6, the cool one. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I've probably forgotten more about firearms than you're programmed to remember. I bet you can. I recently acquired a license to carry concealed. Nice. Are you in law enforcement? Do you shoot for sport? This is her pleasure. Either. May I ask why you're looking to carry concealed, ma'am? Oh, you know. Assault with a deadly weapon, cruel intent. That kind of thing. Some of my clients live in very rough neighborhoods. Even in broad daylight, coming down to the lower wards for house visits can be... I see, you're a lawyer. So I guess you'd say I'm in the market for self-defense. We have a wide selection of options for self-defense in a variety of sizes and calibers, with spreads and PA fire options available. My bad, PA stands for pseudo-automatic. No. And for concealed, I'd have to at least be small enough to... This would go a lot faster if I just tell the desk what I want. But walking in here and asking for a very specific model is gun nut behavior. I'm trying to stand out. Some of the ones that I test fired at the range left my shoulder sore for days. Do you have anything more discreet? Right, no problem. Electromagnetic pulse models feature minimal kickback with the highest accuracy. One target pulse of electricity can disable attackers at medium to short range, non-lethally and quietly. Sure, they're plenty quiet. They also have piss-poor range, and even sustained fire won't do shit to any modder with installation less than a few years old. Glorified tasers, fairly suitable as party favors for anxiety-stricken college kids. Well, hopefully not too quiet. I want someone to come running to my rescue. Of course. Would you like to take a look at our mag rail? Bullseye. Gotta make sure I drink. We're proud to offer a number of models that utilize the latest in miniaturized ultra-capacity batteries to generate a Lorentz force switch. Things a slug fast enough to miss the limit over 30 meters. And safe? Of course, ma'am. My bad. You factor safeties with GPS and emergency services sync. It won't go off unless you want it to. Someone will definitely come running. While those convenient safety features make it incredibly easy for the police, or anyone who can dupe their toolset, lock you out of your own gun with the flip of a switch. You can walk a piece like that down a single uptown street without passing through 9 or 10 no-fire zones. The very worst, most useless kind of weapon a criminal could buy. Sounds perfect! How do we get started? Yeah, that would make sense. Go for something that they, like, wouldn't expect. Does it feel like every desk I run into has to be such a character? Forcefully, it's tucked itself away while the fabricators get the gun tagged. I got time to kill, so is there anything worth checking out around the shop? Yeesh, would it kill to clean up a little? Guess the dust kindly asking customers not the litter can only get you so far if you're not willing to pay someone to sweep it up. Wait, is trash the supplier? It's scannable? Pregnancy theory, really? They got a lot of self-proclaimed philosophers in here. Fuck, oh no, media literacy time. Alright. Renowned net philosopher Corbin Clawthorne, real name withheld, offers to take you on a deep dive into the global trends and sociological patterns that have driven our planet to the halting point in this groundbreaking and controversial seminar. Moore's Law used to be the benchmark, now it feels like a pipe dream. We used to dream of humanity marching bravely into space, of artisans crafting virtual wonders that made the confines of our own reality seem limited. Instead, our brightest minds spend all their time and effort kicking the can of climate crisis down the road, while their more fortunate peers spend their most productive working years in search, engineer optimization, and customer experience design. The middle class eaten alive by the rich they prop up, no longer afford the very products they help create. Without mass consumers' demand, tech no longer has evolutionary pressures to be as small and powerful as possible. The stagnant waters, only parasites and disease grow aplenty. The only cure comes from you taking action. There's another link at the bottom, probably leading to a collection dish. Or state honeypot if you want to be paranoid. You better burn the shit before some neat freak idiot picks it up and gets arrested. Hate these kind of screens. Gotta look at them with your nose turned up or else they start eye tracking. Next thing you know, they're saying hello on a first name basis. But I've got practice with this sort of thing. I could skim the headlines at least. But a 12-6 work week gives us more free time than ever. I'm 14 and I tried dating a smart UI. It made me the happiest I've ever been. Term limits are anti-democracy. Oof. Transfusions from warm androids save soldiers' lives. That's one hell of a headline. If the Animate 16 wasn't selling well before, I'm sure by now it is. It's... Oh, that's right, the warm androids are like fleshy androids.
My cat is here. She's being annoying. But I love her so much.
Oh, a thing to read? There's some kind of news program playing on the screen. Most public places are too scared to put on any channel with content more political than the smiling micro apartment flippers. But this is a gun store after all. Power is always political. Someone left a data pad out here. What's in the news today? Lobo threatens Tetra with ransomware vulgarity. The internationally wanted terrorist and serial data thief, most commonly known as Lobo, has seized a cache of virtual keystone data files belonging to the Tetra Metallics group, according to a press release from the mining conglomerate. In a blitz of cross posts on 90 different socials, translated into all 11 dominant languages, the supposed hacktivists, radical conservationists, and gentleman thief made clear their intent to ransom said files back to their lawful owner at severe cost. The posts were quickly flagged and quarantined thanks to user reports. Lobo's latest manifesto, which we have declined to publish here on grounds of journalistic integrity and due to the strong language contained within, has remained in circulation thanks to a loose network of rogue data harbors. In addition to a sizable monetary ransom, Lobo put out a list of demands that spanned pages. Most prominent among them was a call for de-escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare earth metals deposits around the equator. Sources at Tetra refused to confirm or deny reports that Lobo's capture data impacted only their billing services, but insisted that the corporation could not, in good faith, resume distribution until the ransom situation was resolved. Market prices for earth metals surged following the hacking attack. A supply halted and demand rose. Stalked by memories of catastrophic supply chain disruption in the mid-21st century. The spokesperson for mining is Progress, a lobbying group that represents the rare earth metal industry, called Lobo's repeated attacks acts of terror against the free market. Whoa there, looks like you're not logged in. Alright. The escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare metals. And some files. Right. Lobo again, or someone using their name. Suppose it doesn't matter if they're original or not, as long as they're a genuine threat. No one can snare a corporation as rich as Tetra without serious skills. This seemed consistent with Lobo's politics, making demands for... Is it? Well, I said that he was like a conservationist. Let's, demands ransom. Might not be like money either. Yeah, it calls for de-escalation, yeah. That's what I thought. It didn't sound like money. It's like a active, like a, yeah, a hacktivist and stuff. So de-escalation? Not the first time Lobo's voiced their displeasures with the decade-old simmer of conflict around the tropics. Oh, hi Peanut. She's being very... Unless the rare earth metals powering all our batteries and fueling all our pretty little androids are suddenly made a lot less rare overnight, I doubt the state will stop taking an interest in those regions' politics anytime soon. Wait, how long has it been? It didn't take them that long to get my gun properly bugged. Sorry, we received a breaking news story. We're seeking confirmation and yes, we have it confirmed. Lead programmer at Noble Electronics and famed designer of the Turing solution, Dr. David Asher, has passed. What? Proprietary Vantage automated dependent management system along with the animate series of androids. Some kind of corporate propaganda tactic, or no, they wouldn't risk fake news, but why? Perhaps best known for his breakthroughs in the field of machine learning and language. This information, maybe. Authored many of the developments that allowed for Noble's rapid growth and market dominance. David Asher is dead? Including the popular desk series of Smart UIs. That's very sad. I didn't ask. Sorry, it just... Commands only. Understood. Will you be paying with cash or credit? Debit. I wonder if the case for this episode will revolve around that, David Asher. But I think for the sake of my own voice, I'm gonna stop there. A little, not really far, but I don't want to get too far into the night. I do have work. But I think that is a good little stop. I think anytime I reach like these like timestamps, I should really like stop. So I don't know how long it'll go after. But yeah. We'll stop there. Did some interviews, got some refreshers. Ooh. Don't have too much yet, but I haven't tried to customize my phone at all. I'm gonna fidget. Yay. Yay! Oh, you do get like very specific stuff, yeah. Yay! Oh, I can take it, shake it. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna just stop there for now. Just got a little taste. I think what we're gonna be dealing with is stuff around the androids. Because the episode starts with Android getting attacked. Stuff with like the desk. The creator of the desk dying. Might be dealing with some heavy android stuff this part. Yeah. Just for now, we'll stop. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.